Today, JAYSTEPHER is going to show you how to build a cool public bathroom MOC. It would be perfect for any office building, school, or public bathroom. So the first thing we're going to start with our bathroom, we need to figure out a layout. Now this is just for demonstration purposes. But one of the things I always like starting off my buildings is plates. So I'm just going to start placing a 1 by 1 here in the corner up here at the top right. Just going to kind of go along here. Now this is just an example floor plan. You can do this any way you like. Now the next thing we need to start planning out where we're going to put our stalls for our bathroom. I'm going to put them up here in the top left here. I'm just going to use a 1 by 2 plate. Place it here so where I get 5 studs here. I'm going to start putting the layout for the legs. So I'm just going to use some 1 by 1s. So you get a 1 by 2 opening here. This is going to be the stud for the next door. Just a bunch of 1 by 1s. So now I got my 2 stalls. And we need to put something here for the urinal. I'm going to put a little privacy divider. So we have some 1 by 2 here openings for the doors. This is going to be our walls here. And be a little privacy divider there. As you can see, everything's 4 studs. So everything's 4 by 5 studs. Now we need to also make a way to put our toilets in there. I'm just going to take some jumper plates, 2 of them. I'm just going to set these back here in the back. Well, they're 1 stud away. Now we have a place to anchor our toilets down. Now I'm going to start doing the wall construction. I'm just going to start building this up with 1 bys. I'm just going to take a 1 by 3 and place it here at the end. 1 by 6. Now I'm planning on putting sinks in here. So I'm going to leave a 1 by 2 opening here and place a 1 by 2 brick as a spacer. Put another 1 by 6 here, as long as I got a 1 by 2 here to attach my sinks to the wall. Just keep continuing around with the another 1 by 6 and finally a 1 by 10. Now we're going to start building up the walls for the stalls. Take some 1 by 1 studs. We're going to start placing some here at this corner here, like so. And I'm going to use a 1 by 2 plate. This is going to be something to attach part of our wall and our door. And a 1 by 1 brick. Now for the rear here, one of the things I want to do is I want to stick some studs to hold up the back of the dividers for the stalls. Just take 2 studs, we're going to place them one on top of another, and we're going to place these in the back here. And another 2 studs stacked on top of each other. We'll just stick them right here along this side. And where these 2 doors are, just take 2 more studs, drop them here. And finally, a 1 by 3 plate. Take 2 more studs, or 4 more studs, stack 2 of them on top of each other. We're going to drop them here for our privacy divider for our urinal. Now we're going to start building up the walls here. Take a 1 by 6 brick, place it along this side here, and a 1 by 1. These two openings here are going to be to attach our doors. 1x6, we're going to place it right here. That'll complete our stalls. And a 1x3 for our divider. Before I can go any further, I want to build the sinks for my bathroom. So I'm just going to use some 1x3 inverted 30-degree slopes. I'm going to take two of them, put them together. If you got a 2x3 inverted slope that's 30 degrees, you're lucky. But I don't, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to take two 1x2 plates. We're going to place them on top of each other. And we're going to place it on top of our inverted slopes right in the middle. Now take two of these inside corner backsplash, that's what I call them. I'm just going to place two of them here to make the bay of our sink. And I was lucky enough to get some faucets, so I'm going to place the faucet here. If you don't, you can just easily use a spigot and a jumper plate. There's my sink. And I've already made another one because I'm going to put two sinks in my bathroom. So I'm just going to drop them down here. And you can see I got the sinks off the ground. It looks very nice and clean. Now I'm simply going to come in, start building up my walls. So I'm just going to take some more 1x's. Take a 1x2 and I'm going to take a 1x8 and I'm going to place it along the back there. Start building up the walls for my bathroom. I'll put that there. Put that 1x4 in the middle there. It doesn't matter how you do this. This is all just demonstration purposes. And to finish up our corner here. Now I'm simply going to continue back around again. Now I'm going to leave a 1x3 opening on this side for a toilet paper holder. Now I want to be able to attach the urinal to the wall, so I'm going to take two of these flush mount eyelets. We're going to place one here. I'm going to put a 1x2 brick in the middle here. Place one on the other side so we can attach our urinal. And I'll show you how to build that here in a moment. Layers here. Now I want to build up this divider thing here real quick. I'm just going to drop a 1x3 brick on top here. Then we're going to take two of these 1x2 plates. I'm going to drop them both on top. Take a bull-nosed corner, place it on top here. It gives it a nice finished look. Now I want to attach this to the back of the wall, so I'm going to place a 1x1 plate. Take a 1x2 plate, set it on top here. Now that thing's pretty strong. And to finish things off, I'm going to take a 1x2 tile, place it on top of the privacy divider, and a 1x1 plate so we can level everything off evenly for our wall. Now I got a perfect divider here. Now I'm going to show you how to build a toilet. Take one of these little buckets and a life preserver. We're just going to place it on top here. Now I'm going to make a type of more of a informal handle for this. Take one of these little guns. We're just going to drop it down through the slot here. And there's our handle for our flush. And I've already made another toilet here. And we're just going to drop these down on these jumper plates. Sometimes you have to play around with it to get it to fit in there. There we go. I got 2 toilets. Now just another quick build of our dividers here for our stalls. I'm just going to take a 1x2, put a 1x6 here, and a 1x2 here, another 1x2 along here, and finally a 1x1 here, so along where our door is going to be sitting. Okay, I made a mistake here. I need to put this 1x2 here on this back side here, so I got a 1x3 here. And you notice I have 2 of these lined up because we're getting ready to put our toilet paper holder. There's 2 different types I'm going to build. First thing I'm going to be using is 2 of these eyelet pieces, but these ones are recessed. I'm just going to take 2 spigots. I'm going to put one that's facing right and one that's facing left. Then take a 1x1 rounded barrel brick. We're just going to drop it on here. Put the other spigot in there. Looks like we got a toilet paper holder. And I'm just going to set her down in here. And finally, a 1x1 brick to fill it in. Now we got a nice toilet paper holder for our stall. Okay, we're going to need to build another toilet paper holder for this side. But what we need to do, we need to use some flush mount eyelets if this is what you have. And the process is pretty much the same. Just stick one that goes one direction, and this one's pointing left. I want to stick one that goes right. Stick another one of these 1x1 barrels here. There's our toilet paper holder. Just going to drop it in on this side. And there we go. 2 stalls with a full roll of toilet paper. Okay, let's add another layer of brick along the top of our wall here. I'm going to start off with this corner here. I'm going to add a 1x4. And I'm going to use a 1x4 with 4 eyelets. That's going to put we're going to put our paper towel holder on. I'm simply going to just come around here and get where that privacy divider is. Now you see what the 1x1 stud was for. Now I'm going to show you how to make the paper towel holder. Let's take 4 of these bull-nosed corners and one 1x4 tile. We're just going to place it on top here. We're just going to tile the whole top part of this here. Just tile it in. This is going to be the top of our paper towel dispenser. Now flip it over. On the right side, I'm going to place a 1x1 plate. Just place it in here. And on the left, I'm going to place one of these 1x1 holder bricks. You can hold things in. This is going to be great for a little handle. Now on this 1x2 reveal, I'm going to stick a 1x2 plate. Just drop it down in there. And finally, a 1x4 plate. And there's our cool paper towel holder. We're just going to attach it to our eyelets here. I'm going to place it right here on this 1x4 plate. And there we go. Now I'm going to simply come back around and continue on adding more bricks along the top here. Now I'm going to take 2 of these 1x1 eyelets. I'm going to drop them here, and this is where we're going to attach our mirrors. So put a 1x2 spacer in here, and 2 more of those. Then just continue around with adding more. I found me a 1x16. I'm going to take advantage of it and just drop it down in this, strengthen up that back, and finish it off with a few extra bricks. Alright, let's finish up our dividers for our stalls. Take 2 of these 1x1s. We're going to place them on top of one another here. Drop them at this far corner. And a 1x3x4 door. This is one that opens up, has the handle on the right. I'm just going to set it down in here. And a 1x2 plate. Cap it off at the top. And to strengthen this thing up so it's not so unstable, I'm just going to use a 1x2 45-degree slope. Place it on the top here. Now let's work on the center wall. Just simply fill it in. I'm just going to take a 1x1, take a 1x6, start filling this in. I'm just going to take a 2x2 corner, placing it to strengthen up that side. Put a 1x4 here in the back. Then we're ready to attach our other door. So just the same type of door, 1x3x4 with the handle on the right. Just going to set it down in here. Take a 1x3 plate. We're just going to cap off the top. And we're just going to fill this top part in. I'm just going to drop a 1x3 here at the back and a 1x2 here, and that finishes off the top of our stall. And of course this side here is very easy. Just drop 2 more of these 1x6 bricks in here. And to finish it off, a 1x6 plate. And finally, to strengthen everything up, I'm going to take 2 more of these 1x2 45-degree slopes. I'm going to drop them on top there. And there we go. The stalls are already in here. Everything's nice and secure. Now I'm going to finish up the top of the walls. This will be our last layer of brick for the top. Start coming around once again. Just start dropping pieces in. Now simply take, if you got them, these 2x4 smooth tiles. These are going to be our mirrors. Simply going to drop it like that. We're just going to set it in there with one sub below. There's our mirrors. Now we're ready for the urinal. So let's get started on it here. I'm going to use a 4x4 white plate and a 2x2 smooth tile. I'm just going to place that tile right here in the middle. Take 3 of these 1x2 plates. We're just going to place them along the bottom here. This will be the bottom. a 1x4 plate. Now take two of these type of 1x4 arched sloped bricks. I'm going to place it one on one side and one on the other side. Now use two of these 1x1 30-degree slopes. We're just going to set them inside of here. Now we need to make the handle. So I'm going to use a 1x2 jumper and a spigot. And we're going to put it with it facing up. It's like a little flushing handle. And there's our urinal. Now I'm going to take that urinal, we're going to attach it to the wall. Kind of about right here, kind of flush with the privacy divider. Just kind of stick that down in there. See, everything's got pretty much a nice gap at the bottom. And finally I'm going to come in here and I want to finish off the top of this stuff here. So I'll take a 1x1 tile, place it here at the corner, and just start smooth tiling this whole area in. So if you're making a building with a removable roof, it'd be a very big benefit. Oops, wrong place. Our last two smooths. There we have it. There's our complete public bathroom set up here, and I didn't tile the floor because I'm running short of tiles, and it's minifig friendly, so I got jade and McBrick, and as you really can see, everything is perfectly the right height, even the paper towel holder, urinal, and even the stalls. You can easily sit a minifig in here. Except my hands are a little too big because I'm doing this at an angle here. See if I can do it flat. Keeps falling off there. He doesn't want to get on there. Doesn't help when your hands are too big. But you get the idea. Okay, he's finally sitting on there. Finally, he just refused to go to the bathroom. So the privacy dividers, everything works pretty good. His hair just fell off. So everything is pretty cool. I'm hoping this tutorial helped you guys out building a cool public bathroom. Any questions, just leave me a comment below. Thank you for watching.